We are going to go over 3 logarithm modeling examples, and hopefully these examples will help you with your logarithm modeling practice. So let's take a look at this first example. So there are approximately 317 million people in the United States. Compute and use log, and if we put some commas in here, that'll make it a lot easier for us to see this number. So this is 100 million. And log, I guess, 1 billion to explain why Social Security numbers are 9 digits long. Well, we know that both of these logarithmic expressions are common logs, so they both have a log base 10. And we know that because when the base is not written, it's a implied 10. So 10 to the what power equals 100 million, and 10 to the what power equals 1 billion. So all we have to do is count the number of zeros. So log base 10 of 100 million is 9. Not 9, I'm sorry, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is 8 because there are 8 zeros. And log base 10 of 1 billion is 9, which is the number of digits needed to assign an ID number to 1 billion people. See how this is 1 billion. So the United States government will not need to increase the number of digits in a Social Security number until the population reaches 1 billion. So you can have 9 digits as long as the population is between 100 million and 1 billion people. However, if you can see from the problem, if we're at about 317 million people, once we hit 1 billion people, I think we're going to have a lot more to worry about than changing the number of digits in a Social Security number. All right, let's take a look at the next example here. So it says that there are many more telephones than the number of people in the United States because of people having home phones, cell phones, business phones, fax numbers, etc. Assuming we need at most 10 billion phone numbers in the United States, how many digits would be needed so that each phone number is unique? Is this reasonable? Explain. So we're looking for 10 billion phone numbers. So we need a log base 10 of 10 billion. So if there are 9 zeros in 1 billion, we would need to add an extra 0 to have 10 billion. So we'd need 10 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that would give us 10 billion. There we go. So a log base 10 of 10 billion is 10. And you would need a telephone number that is 10 digits in order to have 10 billion unique phone numbers. Now, phone numbers in the United States, you'd assume they were 7 digits. However, all of your phone numbers in the United States have a 3-digit area code. So our phone numbers are all 10 digits. So they're already 10 digits long. If you divide the 10 billion by 317 million, remember 317 million is the approximate population of the US, you would get about, I'm going to do my little approximation symbol, you'd get about 31 phone numbers per person. So that seems like it's plenty of numbers for individuals to have more than one number, obviously. And then, of course, you'd have many additional numbers for businesses and the government. So, for example, I personally only have one phone number. My daughter has one. My son has one phone number. My husband has one. We don't have a home phone. So, none of us have more than one phone number. Some businesses have more than one phone number, and schools and other government institutions might have more than one phone number. But if you say that you can have enough phone numbers at 31 phone numbers per person, that's more than enough phone numbers so that everyone in the United States has a unique phone number, and they wouldn't need to add any more digits to phone numbers. Let's take a look at one more example here of logarithmic modeling. And so in this example, a brand new school district needs to generate ID numbers for its student body. The district anticipates a total enrollment of 75,000 students within the next 10 years. Will a 5-digit ID number using the symbols 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 be enough? Explain your reasoning. So if we're using a log base of 10, a log base of 10, that means that we need to find a number that's below 75,000 and a number that's above 75,000 that has a base of 10. So if you think about a number line here, 75,000 is right here. Well, a number that is above 75,000 that has a base of 10 is 100,000. And we say that has a base of 10 because it has only ones and zeros in it. Well, the closest number below 75,000 that has a base of 10 is 10,000. So we need to find the log base 10 of this low end number and the log base 10 of this high end number. So the log base 10 of 10,000 is 4. So that would be a 4-digit ID number. Well, the school has a lot more than 10,000 people. It's got 75,000 people. So a 4-digit ID number is not enough. So let's go to the next level, the next base of 10. So that's log base 10 of 100,000, which is 5. So that's a 5-digit ID number. And that's what it wants to know. The question wants to know, will a 5-digit ID number be enough? Well, yes, it will be enough because the school has not yet reached 10,000. The school is only at 75,000. So until the school reaches 10,000, a 5-digit ID number is enough. Now the school needs to be very careful because if they continue to add students in to each grade level starting at kindergarten, they would need to keep their ID for 13 years, right? You start at kindergarten, you graduate in 12th grade. So you keep that ID for 13 years. If you divide 75,000, which is the total number of enrollment this school has currently by those 13 years, that would be about 6,000 students per grade, on average. So if you add that many students per year, it would take just a few years for the population to surpass 100,000, and they would need to add another student ID number to become 6 ID numbers. So the school district should probably think about kind of being proactive and maybe making a 6 or 7-digit ID number, especially if their school district is growing.